Only one time.
One time.
After Labor Day, we slowed right down.
Where'd you guys play? Silverado?
Yeah, that too.
We played at Silverado. Where's Cypress Creek from?
I know.
Tampa Bay Golf Country Club.
Okay.
It's like, come
When
on.
it's not too wet.
I look at the weather, I'm like,
Half the time we have to go somewhere else. Like I went to Lexington the other day, which I wish we played at.
sleepy.
I just want to stay home and watch
Close to my house.
movies.
Well, it's,
I know.
it's hard for the
I know.
golf course. It kind of
Sounds gross.
slows down for a
Look.
while.
Well, Wesley Chapel already plays at Lexington themselves.
Okay.
I think they got Pasco, right?
We were playing at DeVita, the boys were.
They're over at that place over off
Oh my
301.
gosh, my pool is like an infinity pool.
Scottish Yards, whatever. Scotland Yards.
Right, right.
Like I can't get it up for 1 minute.
Yep. We have quorum. We need 5 or 6. Five's good. Okay. Get this party started. Good morning. Let's call to order the Pasco County Tourist Development Council meeting for September 16, 2020. If we could please rise for the invocation of the pledge.
O merciful Creator, your hand is open wide to satisfy the needs of every living creature. Make us thankful for your loving providence and grant that we, remembering the account that we must one day give, may be faithful stewards of your good gifts. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
The Honorable Kenneth Burgess.
here.
The Honorable Chopper Davis. Mike Kidd.
Here.
Judy Sutton. Here. Robert Reilly.
Here.
Wendy Longman. Here. Greg Lenners. Mike Bishop. Chairman Mike Moore.
Here, thank you. Okay, Mike Bishop is on. Very good. Now's the time for public comment. Persons wishing to address the council were requested to sign up and are limited to 3 minutes. Do we have anybody signed up for public comment? Anybody at a kiosk? Anybody on WebEx? No? Okay. Do we have any emails for public comment? No, we're aware of? Okay, great. Moving on to the approval of minutes, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes. I have a motion by Councilman Davis.
Second.
Second by Councilman Burgess. Madam Clerk, please call the roll. Oh, we don't need to call roll. Do we need to call roll on this one? Yeah, we do because we have people online. So we need to call roll. We'll go ahead and call roll then.
The Honorable Kenneth Burgess.
Aye.
The Honorable Chopper Davis.
Aye.
Mike Kidd.
Aye.
Judy Sutton.
Aye.
Robert Reilly.
Aye.
Wendy Longman.
Aye.
Mike Bishop.
Aye.
And Chairman Mike Moore.
Aye, motion passes. Thank you. Moving on to the presentations and funding request. We'll go with the April to June visitor profile and economic impact study.
Yes, sir. Erin Dinkle is here. She is the senior project director for Downs and St. Germain. Here to do our visitor profile study for Q2 of 2019 or 2020.
Okay, good morning. Go ahead, please.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I hope everyone can hear me okay.
Unmute yourself.
There's a link.
Yep. Are you guys able to hear me?
Yeah, it's
Hey, 1 sec, Erin. I
Okay.
can't hear you yet. Let's try again.
All right. How about now?
We're okay. Time out. Give me 1 sec, Erin.
Okay.
Well, we just can't hear her.
Yeah. She can share.
Can you guys hear me now?
And we still can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Okay, how about now?
Okay, a little louder.
How about now?
There you go.
We're good, you can hear me?
Yes, that's perfect. Thank you.
Okay, wonderful. So thank you for the introduction. As I said, my name is Erin Dinkle. I am the Senior Project Director at Downs and St. Germain Research. Unfortunately, Sally had some other plans for Rachel, who was originally going to do the presentation today, so I'll be taking over for her. So I will go ahead and share my screen so that you guys can take a look at this presentation along with me. All right, can everyone see the presentation okay?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, wonderful. So I'm going to be doing a presentation on the April through June 2020 visitor tracking and economic impact report. All right, so to start with, we kind of like to give you an overview of the visitor journey so you can understand starting from the very beginning of their pre-visit all the way through the end of their trip, everything that goes through your typical visitor's mind. But to begin with, I want to start with the economic impact and how that's actually affecting Sports Coast right now. As you can see, some of these numbers are a little bit scary, but this is mostly due to the impact of COVID. It's not very different from what we're seeing all across Florida, with the exception of the Panhandle. So it's not ideal to have to report these numbers, but COVID has had an effect, unfortunately. You can see year over year that the April through June occupancy rate has gone down about 40.7%. The average daily rate has gone down 14.8%, and the average RevPAR has gone down about 49.5%. You can see these effects in the visitor numbers, which have gone down 15.1%, which is pretty comparable to the rest of Florida as well. Room nights are down 37.6%, direct spending down 28.8%, as well as the overall economic impact down 28.8%. But as I said before, a large number of this is due specifically to the effects of COVID-19. So let's go back to the beginning, to the pre-visit, when your visitors are planning their trip to Sports Coast. In general, a typical visitor has a shorter planning window. About 55% of visitors are planning their trip within a month of traveling. This is higher than last year, and it's not surprising with what we've seen overall for this quarter across the state of Florida due to COVID-19 as well. A lot of people are doing a lot more short-term planning for their trips, needing to get out of the house after being stuck inside or working from home. A lot of them are taking more impulsive trips, weekend trips, and that's resulting in their planning window being shortened to within a month. So there is that increase to 55% of visitors having a shorter planning window. When they are planning, they're using a few sources. 42% are talking to their friends. 29% are using search engines such as Google. 13% are using your typical hotel resort website. And then another 10% are looking on their personal social media. Reasons why they're visiting: about 30% are visiting their friends and family who are already in the area. About 11% are just passing through, and 10% are coming for a special occasion. The way they're getting there is about 9 in 10 visitors are driving for their trip. Once again, this is a huge impact from COVID-19, and not a lot of visitors are choosing to travel by driving to different areas rather than flight. Now, flights have increased a little bit recently in the past month or so, but the majority of visitors feel more comfortable driving to destinations, especially if they're nearby. Awareness of advertising: about 17% of your typical visitor noticed advertising for Pasco County prior to their trip. And where they saw this advertising, it's about 42% saw it on social media, 30% through online advertisements, 25% through television, and 19% through billboards. So now let's move into the actual profile of your typical traveler. Unsurprisingly, a huge majority are from the state of Florida, about 53%, less so throughout as you get farther away from Florida. Still a larger amount from the Southeast region, 15%, but a large majority of it is just from the state of Florida. Diving in a little bit deeper to these areas, you can see that 80% of visitors from Pasco County were from these following 9 states. Once again, majority of it is from Florida, 53%, followed by smaller percentages from Georgia, New York, Michigan, only 3% from Canada, and then 2% from a few other states. Again, these are some huge effects from COVID-19. A lot of people are not traveling as farther, especially due to travel restrictions. Some of these top markets include 32% coming from the Tampa Bay area, 5% coming from New York, 5% from Atlanta, and then 5% from Orlando. The composition of your typical travel party is about 3 people. It is a little bit lower than year over year. Again, due to different effects of COVID-19, people are changing the amount of people that they're traveling in, as well as their length of stay, which we'll see in a second. And then 40% of visitors traveled with at least 1 person under the age of 20. Continuing that, the typical age of your traveler is 47 years old, earned about $80,200 per year, and is typically female. Now, the age has lowered year over year. Once again, COVID-19 is a huge factor in that. A lot of younger people are more comfortable with traveling, considering that they're not part of an at-risk group, so they are more comfortable taking these impromptu trips, as we've kind of seen with our visitor profile for this quarter, not only here, but across the entire state of Florida as well. Their visits to Pasco County, about 1 in 5 were first-time visitors, and 2 in 5 had visited Pasco County more than 10 times. The first-time visitor number has lowered year over year, which is not surprising considering many people, if they are going to take these impromptu trips, they want to go to more familiar places that are nearby. So it's not surprising that less people would be first-time visitors this quarter. Now let's move on to their actual trip experience and what they did while they were in Pasco County. Typically, they stayed about 4 nights. 42% stayed in a hotel motel, 18% chose to stay with their friends and family, and 32% were day trippers and just came in for a quick visit. Additionally, with the 32% for the day trippers, that is also unsurprising for this quarter, considering a lot of people are a little more hesitant to stay overnight in different destinations and are opting for just day trips, especially when they just need a quick impromptu way to get out of their house. While they were in the destination, these were some of the top apps that they used to help them. 45% of visitors used navigation websites and apps while they were in Pasco County. 22% used personal social media. 20% used a restaurant website or app. And then another 13% used about hotel resort websites or apps. While they were here, a majority of them, about 6 in 10, enjoyed casual dining. 43% would visit with their friends and family. 39% would go shopping. Another 32% would enjoy fine dining. Finally, let's get into their thoughts after the trip. A typical visitor for Pasco County gave a rating of about 8 out of 10 as a place to visit for a vacation, and 92% said that they would return to Pasco County again. So we like to ask a few open-ended questions for our visitors to really kind of get an emotional take on how they viewed their trip and what they enjoyed about it. Most of the visitors described it as relaxing, friendly and pleasant, and a wonderful vacation spot. Some key quotes that we pulled out of here that describe how they felt during April through June was quiet, serene, and away from the maddening crowds of the rest of coastal Florida. It's a great laid-back place to meet friendly people and eat great food, and the weather is always a plus. And Pasco County was a very nice place to go. I wish we could have stayed longer. So those are a couple wonderful key quotes we wanted to pull out for this quarter. And then finally, for this visitor tracking period, our total was 302 interviews that were completed in Pasco County through the quarter of April 1st through June 30th, 2020. And that is the end of the presentation. I'm happy to answer any questions if you have any, but thank you so much for having me today. It's been a pleasure being able to present this report on behalf of Downs and St. Germain Research.
Great. Thanks so much for the presentation. Any questions? Looking down the line, any questions? I see none. Any questions from our members via WebEx?
All right. Well, thank you so much. If you do have
Don't
any
leave yet.
questions later on, feel free to reach out to me.
Well, okay, hold on one sec. Don't leave yet. Adam,
Okay.
you said you had something. Thank you. Did you have a question for her?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Great presentation, Aaron. I just had one question on the trip planning source. You said 42% are talking to friends before they come to the destination. Do we know how they're connecting with their friends? And one of the top reasons of visitation was 30% of visiting friends and family and relatives. Do we know that the friends that they are talking to are out of market or out of the Tampa market, or where they're coming from geographically?
We don't know specifically where these friends and family are located that they're speaking to for their inferences. So it is possible that they could be talking to their friends and family who are in market, that they are indeed coming to visit. It's also possible that they're talking to friends and family who don't live in market but have visited previously. So we can make some inferences knowing that a lot of people are coming to visit friends and family. We can make an inference that majority of their talking to friends and family are most likely in market. However, we can't say definitively which ones are in market versus which ones who are out of market. Does that answer kind of what you're looking for?
Yes, that answers it. Thank you.
Perfect.
Okay, I see no other questions. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you, everyone.
Take care. Okay, we're moving on to sports development updates. Ms. Sanchez, starting with upcoming events. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Consuelo Sanchez, Sports Development and Tourism Manager. I don't have any funding presentations today. Just want to provide a quick update. This month has been amazing for us. It's the first time that we're hosting so many events in September, and that's because of COVID-19. We have been able to relocate multiple events, and last weekend specifically, we were hosting 6 different sports events in Pasco County. One of them had to be postponed, and they're going to host it next weekend. It's the fishing tournament. I attended the beach volleyball event at Sunwest. Unfortunately, they had to cancel the competitions on Saturday because the weather didn't help either. But they got 108 teams registered for that event coming from Florida, all over Florida. Sunday, they resumed with the championships. I haven't gotten the report yet, but I'll be reporting once I receive that. So I have other updates. The tournament that we hosted by the Labor Day weekend, we confirmed with hotels roughly 1,000 room nights, which is huge. We had the most of our hotels in Wesley Chapel, Land O'Lakes, and Lutz involved with this event. They're very happy. This last weekend was part 2 of that event because due to the amount of teams, hockey teams that we were hosting, they had to expand the event into a 2-weekend event. The star report, and Adam is going to talk more about it, but I wanted to show that for the Labor Day weekend, we had a record day for occupancy in September. That was September 5th. Compared with last year, we increased occupation and 43.6 increase. So we had that 81.4 occupation in occupancy on our hotels. So that was really, really great. I wanted to provide a little update about the Savage Race event. We are almost about to finish that agreement. That's going to be next year. With amending the agreement, we used to provide $20,000 per event. Obviously, we can't fund at that capacity because We have multiple events. Our budget got decreased. So we're amending the agreement with Savage Race. And for the 3 remaining events, we're going to provide $10,000. They understood the situation. And we're moving forward with those 3 events. One is going to be the Fall Savage Race. The other one, the Spring in 2021 and Fall in 2021. I'm in conversations with Florida Sports Foundation about senior games. They were supposed to host the senior games competitions in Fort Lauderdale. However, due to COVID-19, they were canceled. So they're looking for multiple locations, especially in Central Florida. We're going to try to get the golf competition, pickleball, volleyball, and basketball, and maybe US powerlifting. So we're working with them, and hopefully they usually request free venues. I already talked to them and I told them that that's not going to be an option. We didn't have that in the budget. Working with Fort Lauderdale and Clearwater, their budgets are huge, so they usually provide free venues, but they understood and we're trying to make it work. We're going to be providing an update next month. If we're to land that event, that's going to be in December this year. So that's it so far. Do you have any questions?
Questions on the events? Go ahead, Councilman Davis.
Just having events. I was at the Wiregrass Sports Complex last week, this past weekend, and that was high school volleyball tournament. Why I'm asking this is, do we have a contract with RAD, and how long is that contract?
20 years.
20 years. Well, because I'm sensing a transition from the Wiregrass Sports Complex to RAD Sports, and I'm just wondering if that's the route that we want to go.
So I can answer that for you. So the Wiregrass, our park, you're talking about the Wiregrass, the Wiregrass Ranch. Sports, no, the sports campus, you're talking about the park.
No,
Park?
No, the sports complex, we just opened up.
Well, you transitioned, I guess I'm confused.
Well, it's called Wiregrass All-Star Sports or whatever. What is
Wiregrass Ranch Sports Campus of Pasco County.
Okay, but now I'm starting to see it advertised as RAD Sports Complex. So I'm having I'm questioning. That's why I'm bringing it up.
Oh, I see. I thought I was thinking about Wesley transition from Wesley Chapel. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I'm having a question.
That's the name.
Yeah, I mean that they're contracted with us, even if it's 20 years. I don't think we're changing the name of the complex.
No.
See, that's why I said maybe we should be reaching out to them saying, "Hey, this is a RAD Sports Complex."
I see what you're saying. Gotcha. So maybe do you have an example of maybe something we could share?
Well, I saw signs. That's what when I was there. I mean, it was like a political sign.
Everything that we're doing has the correct,
Yeah, I'm just saying, well, see, they're working through us. So I'm just maybe we should be reaching out to them and say, this isn't called RAD Sports.
Okay, so you're talking physically at the property, at the campus?
Correct.
Okay, we can address that with them.
And I don't know what they do, but I saw that sign there.
Okay. Within their contract with the county for the next 20 years, they have the exclusivity on marketing that facility and running the operations of that facility. That includes naming rights, that includes marketing either locally or nationwide. We can work with them, but they have the exclusivity to push out any messaging and marketing they want using the proper name.
Okay, I'm just questioning whether it's going to transition to,
legally it can't. That would have to go to the Board of County Commissioners to
Okay, well, then they've got signs out that say RAD Sports.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Mr. Thanks, Councilman. Yeah.
Any other questions?
Any other questions? No? Okay. So
Thank you.
site visit updates, other updates. You're back, Consuelo.
Sorry, site visits, and new events. We're working with Parks and Recreation to host another baseball event in December. I'm just waiting to get the confirmation from Keith and his team. That'd be December 12th and 13th. We hosted last weekend USA Powerlifting. they're trying to book either Saddlebrook or the ballroom at Hyatt or one of the rooms at the Whitegrass Ranch Sports Campus for a little event in December 5th this year. It's not that big, but it's good that we can start the relationship with USA Powerlifting. Tampa Bay United Volleyball, we had another site visit last week. We hosted them last year, even before we opened the sports campus. They were trying to get the MLK weekend for next year. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. Now they're interested in expanding their Gasparilla volleyball event that takes place at the Tampa Convention Center. They want to move some of the divisions here to our sports campus, and they're trying to secure a multi-year agreement. Problem is that USA Volleyball, which we hosted last month, they also want to get the same weekend. So Rad Sports is going to be the one making the decision. They're kind of having conversations with both groups, but either one is going to be good. One is USA Volleyball for President's Weekend. The other one is Tampa Bay United Volleyball. And last but not least, Senior Games. I just gave that update. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Nothing else before you leave?
No, sir. No, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. So we'll move on to media report, marketing update. Morning.
Good morning, Colby Gason. So for the marketing update, here are quite a few of the ads we've been doing. We're continuing to wrap up our media buys for this fiscal year. Due to a total marketing halt back in March, as a result of COVID-19, we were able to roll over some purchase orders with ePro Direct and Sports Destination Guide to gain additional exposure in September and October before the new fiscal. In the new fiscal, we will be continuing forward with the Get Back to Adventure campaign.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Ooh, that's a loud mic. Do you guys do these in-house?
No, these are all done through the Zimmerman Agency.
They are, okay. I was going to, if it was, I would say great job.
I will say, though, the photography is Stephen Martine, and actually our own Chris Joy took the beach camping one.
Oh, okay, great. Nice. That's on Anclote?
Yes, that's when we went camping on Anclote with Oceanographic Magazine.
Oh, you went camping there?
We did. We did a whole media tour for 2 nights. It was an experience.
Yeah.
It was fun, and we got great coverage out of it, too.
Is Anclote in Pasco County?
Yeah.
The tip we were staying on sure is.
Yes, right. That part of it, right?
Technicality there.
There you go. That's awesome.
Actually, there's more of Anclote
Yes.
in Pasco than there is in Pinellas.
Technically, the lighthouse, if you want to get picky, is in Pinellas waters, but like Captain Wendy just said, majority of the island is in fact, and we stayed on the very tip, which is all the way in Pasco waters.
It was more of a joke.
Yeah.
I go out there, I know.
How were the
record
sand fleas that night?
They weren't bad. It was super windy when we stayed.
Helps.
This was back in January. It really did help. There were minimal bugs. The sand spurs, however, get a little tricky. Like a little tricky, but it was an amazing, probably one of the highlights of working on this job, honestly. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. No facilities on that island, is there?
Nope, that was also fun. It's very primitive
so,
camping.
We've all been there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Listen, I will do anything for Florida Sports Coast, including
It's awesome. No,
staying
that's
remotely on an
great.
island
I've
for
spent a
2
lot
nights.
of time on that island. Yeah. Lots of time. Excellent. Sorry to interrupt, but
No. So, social media update. We are officially on TikTok.
all right.
Woo.
How's that going?
I will tell you how it's going. So we posted about 11 videos as of when I was writing this. Chris has posted a couple more since then. Our most views that we got on one video was actually a drone video of Cruise Lake Wilderness Park at about 550 views.
Okay, cool.
We've been talking with some other DMOs, kind of talking strategies, because we're waiting for that one to go
Big
viral.
one.
Yeah, we're waiting for the viral. So hasn't happened yet, but you will definitely know when it does.
Awesome.
Chris has been doing really phenomenal things. Actually, if we could go back a slide, I think, or yes. So Chris has a bi-weekly touch base with CrowdRiff that we use for user-generated content. And through that, they continue to upgrade their platform at no expense to us. And they've really recently implemented this really cool thing to where we can link through user-generated content and through photos that we've also taken that are on our social media and on our website, as you can see, and link to the partner's Google listing. So we can link to their Google business, which is a great way to have it both on our website, but also promote the business at the same time. So if people want to learn more, maybe they don't want to search our website, they can still directly access that business there. TSI Live sentiment study. So we had them as a partner last year. That did not like that. There we go. It's a tour sentiment index. And this year we added a value to it to have a real-time dashboard, which you can see here, to be able to track state and national sentiment towards our destination and also key activities. They even have a COVID dashboard, so I can go in on a daily basis. I can select a time period and find out exactly what people are saying about COVID, their emotions, their sentiments that they're feeling towards us as a destination in regards to that, as well as I can compare it to the state, I could compare it to Tampa or any other destination. So this gives us a comprehensive look at how we're driving positive perceptions around our tourism offerings. Currently, our sentiment score is around an 18 average, which compared to the state, this is about outdated. When I looked yesterday, we were actually right on par. That was actually pulled from yesterday. So overall, we were at a 20, the state was at a 24. The main emotional tone, which it signifies, was joy for us at that time. So what this does is it pulls from conversations that are happening both on social media and in the media, and it kind of puts together this ranking through this dashboard. So if people are maybe, it's a good example, sad with our kayaking experiences, not looking at you, Wendy, I said kayaking. It allows me, you know, and I see that consistently popping up. Okay, well, maybe that's something we need to address with our partner. Maybe there's a different way that we could approach that in our marketing tactics to help change that sentiment. And especially from a COVID perspective, it really gives us a good perception of how perceptive our audience are that we're trying to market to and how they're feeling. So it's really been a fantastic tool. And then last but not least, I was not going to try to play this for you based on past history, but we have a beautiful new video that was once again done with JL Production called Game On. This video is solely dedicated to promoting sports tourism. Thank you, Robert, again for participating in this video. And I think, one, we're going to win another Telly Award in 2021 with it, but it really speaks to the reawakening of Florida Sports Coast to welcome sports tourism back and to really have the game be active again. It's really beautiful. I highly encourage you to check it out. If we want to try and play it, if we're feeling ambitious, no, that's great. It's on our YouTube page, and I'm happy to send a direct link after.
What? So we still don't have the ability to go on the internet in here and play something? Okay.
We can go on a field trip.
Yeah. I was over there last night for a golf tournament. I had my drive for the week.
So public relations, in partnership with Rad Sports, the tourism office hosted the official grand opening event for the Wiregrass Ranch Sports Campus of Pasco County on August 27th. The event had about 50 people in attendance, including 3 local television stations, Fox 13, Bay News 9, and WFLA, as well as other esteemed journalists. I know the Tampa Bay Times joined us virtually.
And Chopper.
Well, and of course you, Chopper.
Yeah, we were there.
I mean, Commissioner Moore was there, but you were there, Chopper, so thank you. The event featured words by our own Commissioner Mike Moore, Richard Blaylock, the President and CEO of Red Sports, as well as an indoor ribbon cutting was conducted. We are so blessed again to have Chris on our team. He was able to do a live stream event on Facebook through our accounts of this. During that, he took one of the tours that we hosted after the ribbon cutting. During the live stream, we had over 1,000 people join us.
Awesome.
And then even post that, we've had about 2,200 people view it.
Yeah.
So we've gotten a lot of exposure through that on social media. To wrap up kind of the exposure we got, in addition to traditional media, with support of the Zimmerman Agency and Pasco County PIO office, an official press release was sent to local, state, and national media outlets. Locally, the story was featured on the Tampa Bay Business Journal, Tampa Bay Times, Lugar Late's News, as well as Fox 13 and FLA. Distribution over PR Newswire was picked up a total of 134 times. And as of September 2nd, when I wrote this, it reached a potential audience of 126 million viewers. I know a paper in Allentown, Pennsylvania picked it up to give you perspective of the reach of that. And then the health and safety of our attendees was our top priority. Everyone was required to wear masks inside. Social distancing was encouraged and tours were limited. We tried to about 10 people or less. So all in all, I think for our first major event during COVID, I would deem it a success. So,
Excellent.
Any questions?
Questions?
Oh, Elizabeth was there too.
Oh, I didn't even see her over there hiding out. Any other questions, comments? All right, thank you, Kobe.
Great.
Tourism sales update. Anthony.
Unfortunately, Anthony is coming down with the same thing I came down with.
Oh, no.
The week of the grand opening. And Chopper, it wouldn't be an event without having that mustache there.
It was covered with a mask.
There you go.
So just to give a quick little update on the our sales initiatives, and you know, the tourism industry has been hit the hardest during this pandemic, and the segment that's been hit the hardest underneath the tourism industry has been the group meetings and convention and trade show segment of travel. So we've been focused on basically learning about what the lead organizations such as Destinations International, U.S. Travel, North Star Meeting Group, Corporate Event Marketing Association, Southeast Tourism Society, Connect, Marketplace. We're learning when this will all come back, and we'll be able to start really luring in meetings, whether on the association side or the corporate side. And we're looking at, or the industry is looking at, rebounding in Q3 of 2021 to start really booking meetings and events in certain destinations. And we want to be top of mind awareness when they start booking. So Connect Marketplace is coming back online, to where Anthony and I are going to Vegas next month to meet with over 269 meeting planners in the association's industry side, and then around 180 corporate planners for their next board retreat or destination meeting. Moving forward, developing leads and networking. Anthony has, in partnership with some of our hotels, brought in roughly 400 new leads to our CRM, which 250 of them were obtained through Zoom info and vetted and qualified as of August 5th. The DMO is sending out introduction packages with new marketing material to these meeting planners to really get them involved and engage with our destination and the meeting space that we have to offer for their next client and their next client meeting. He's also been working on a deal section on our website with Colby to really bring value and deals to consumers or meeting planners or our sports families that are coming in. And currently we have about 10 or so packages on our website that consumers can book with. Additionally, we've also included profile pages on Visit Florida, Cvent, ePro Direct, Travel Adventure, US Travel, Travel Promotions, and then also Destinations International to increase visibility for our destination. And that is a quick overall view and summary of the sales initiatives.
All right. Any questions? Nope. Industry relations update. Gabby, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Gabby Legenes, Industry Relations. First Coast is acting as a liaison between our hotel industry partners, community services, and emergency management operations to negotiate accommodations of COVID-19 patients in recovery stage. We have been able to get several properties throughout the whole county to accommodate these patients. Well, already Colby spoke about the grand opening. It was a huge event, major success, and it was amazing. And also, this when was it? September 3rd, we had our virtual stakeholders meeting where we were sharing what GBAC, Star Facility Accreditation Program, is in conjunction with the Office of Economic Growth and the Global Biorisk Advisory Council. We were able to provide details on the program and why it is important for everyone, all restaurants, attractions, hotels. Why is it important to consider public health as a major issue? GBAC Star provides confidence, trust, and third-party validation that facilities are safe. And it's going to be a great seal and accreditation for any business because it's going to ensure that all the visitors are going to be safe in our destination. So we've been working with the Office of Economic Growth, and so far we have several partners throughout the county joining the program, and there's going to be a workshop coming up to the area in October. So that's what we're working on right now. Any questions?
Questions? No? Seeing? No? All right, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Back to you, Adam. Destination report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Here's the destination report for the month of July. You can see that we're, again, still down in occupancy, RevPAR, and ADR for the destination, but you can see the comparable to our comp set. We're doing better than Florida, but not as good as Citrus, which is, again, the only destination in our comp set that has an increase in occupancy, ADR, and RevPAR. That's due to the scallop season. They're 30 days, or actually they're 2.5 month long scallop season compared to our 10 days.
Right. Any questions on that? Anybody? No?
Year-to-date comparison for the Destination Star Report, again, shows that we are down 24.5% in occupancy, ADR is down 9.5%, and also RevPAR is also down a little over 30%.
Questions? No?
Revenue for July, we were down a little over $35,000, 15% for the month of June. Year to date, we are down a little over $385,000 in revenue growth year over year. But this time we are updating our new projections of revenue, and it looks like we're going to hit around 2.6, maybe 2.5, $2.6 million at the end of this year, conservatively speaking. And at the beginning of the pandemic, we were projecting 2.1. So the revenue is coming in a lot higher than what was anticipated. Here's a TDT calendar recap that shows the fiscal year overview of month collections of revenue. Any questions?
I have one question. Do we have anybody holding out currently, not paying their?
The reports that we get, we don't get the reports from the tax collector as properties identified or businesses identified that are late, but there are some businesses that are late, but they catch up over the date of the 20th when the taxes are due, but they do catch up.
It was my understanding there was somebody that not too long ago that
They've paid in full.
they are paid in full?
Yes, sir.
Oh, very good. Very good.
And that's the beauty part about having,
And they want liens on their hotel, do they?
no, we don't want that either, especially with the events that we are bringing in. We need these properties to be open and booking, basically. But that's the benefit of having the tax collector here locally collect it instead of the state, because the state wouldn't regulate
Yeah, they can
the
chase it down.
non-collections.
Yep.
The Q3 Treasury Report shows our budget expenditures year to date and the actual budget expenditures, showing 22% of revenue, or I'm sorry, expenditures in professional services. 8% has been expended out of the operations, marketing, 53%, and then also the admin side of business is at 17% in total spend year to date. Any questions on the Treasury Report? There's an itemized breakdown in your packet of what has actually been spent on. This is just a brief overview and summary of what we've spent year to date compared to the budget.
Questions? No? All right, move on.
New business, update on our strategic plan and also the new business initiatives for 2021. This slide shows our current strategic goals for between 2019 to 2021. Our strategic goals to effectively deploy destination marketing, sales, and service programs, facilitate impactful destination development, stakeholder influence, DMO advocacy, and stakeholder relations. And then the last one is DMO resources and performance management. We've completed about 10 out of 15 strategic goals since 2019. And in 2021, we are focusing on the last 5 with hopes to complete all of them by year's end. 2021 business initiatives for your DMO office is broken down into 5 strategic promotional and marketing goals. You can see the communications effort, the primary contact for our office through the communication side of our business, which is focusing on brand exposure, leveraging the diverse county assets in all communication touch points through multiple, for ecotourism, scalloping, sports attractions, and the new snow park that we can't wait to have opened up in another month and a half. Social media, the primary contact person is Colby, along with Chris, and secondary support is myself. We will continue to produce content relevant to our assets at certain times of the year to really hone in on our target audience to get the maximum return on marketing investment. And then also we're going to continue to work with social media influence and pursue partnerships with businesses and organizations and other media outlets that we haven't currently worked with today. Website goals for our office is to continually optimize our programs and diversify content throughout the website to really maximize our search engine optimization. And that will be, again, to create new content for the website that will address certain content gaps and engagements on the planning cycle of consumers. And then we're also going to examine how we do this. How we're going to have a total website audit on how we actually engage with our audience that is clicking to our site. Sports tourism strategy. We're to focus on higher rated weekend business and drive business to utilize our sports venues. We're going to organize and keep in line communications with ongoing NGBs, national government bodies. And we're going to build on the national global exposure of signatures events such as Super Bowl 55. And then we're going to actually maintain a clear calendar of communication with local hospitality community via sports hospitality updates, meetings, or webinars. On the sales side, we are just focusing on the associations this year and corporate business. In the past, we focused on also leisure sales, and due to COVID and our reduction of funding, we had to really pick one. What do we want to focus on, the group meeting side or the leisure side? Since we are doing marketing and enough marketing on the leisure side, we felt our sales strategies should be focused a little bit more on the SMERF associations or the unique niche planners. Strategy 2 is to facilitate the destination development. And what we're going to do for this strategy, I'll be the primary contact, and Consuelo, Shelly, Kayla, Gabby, and Colby will also, this is all hands on deck. When we're developing the destination, we only just don't need our office. We're going to start really tying into the community and really focusing on their needs because they're a part of the visitor economy as well. But we're also going to prepare a couple of certain strategies moving into 2021. We're going to formulate a tourism development strategy and vision to guide the DMO directions and best use of our revenue funds. But we're also going to take a look at our revenue funds and say, and find out how can we diversify our income. It's only solely on the occupancy tax right now, but is another way to really bring in revenue, another revenue stream to our office to really maximize our potential as a DMO. We're going to prepare a partner-based cultural strategy event to assist in allocated supportive marketing assistance for our cultural and heritage makeup of our destination. And we're also going to assess a similar branded tourism-related hospitality trading program for frontline services and frontline employees to really, again, maximize the visitor experience once they're in the destination. Strategy 3 is to be an influential DMO and have a strong advocacy and stakeholder relations. We're going to communicate. Our communication strategy through stakeholders is going to be connecting a regular destination tourism impact analysis and agree to programming metrics accountability. So we're already doing the majority of these next 2 strategies with DMO performances and communications. These are just ongoing tactics that we're just going to really strengthen throughout the year. So how do we measure what we actually do? So there's tourism key performance indicators, and there also is the integrated marketing communications performance metrics. Oops, I think I just went forward real quick. And on the top, you'll see that's our KPIs. That's full-time employees, tourism development tax revenues, advertising spend versus TDT revenue. That's the return on a marketing investment. And then also the tax saving per county household, taxes supported by tourism, jobs, wage income, annual booked rooms, visitation, economic impact, and also visitor spend. Our performance metrics on actually what we do from a marketing side is everything listed below, and that also includes the sales of sporting and group meeting events and conferences and trade shows attended. And then also the destination guide is looped in there as well. And that is basically a short rounded version of our destination initiatives for 2021.
Questions? Seeing none.
The 8th employee be doing? Well, it says you have actually 7 key employees.
That's in 2019.
Oh, okay. So you have 8 on board now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So are we doing anything with the snow park? Any type of opening thing? Any type of...
We're doing some PR, but Colby's been in contact with them directly on a continual basis. And we're going to work with them and partner with them on promotional initiatives.
Yeah.
You want to say it? You want to comment on that?
Well, I had an idea, but we can talk about it later. But if you could comment on that.
They don't start their contract with their agency until October 1.
Yeah.
So we're just waiting for that.
And I think they're more focused on Screamageddon right now rather than the snow park, because that's where
snow park opens when
in
November
1st
of
November.
Again, November.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it'll be interesting for the Screamageddon how they're gonna get to the social distancing and
yeah.
That's what they're doing. Yeah.
And then having all the clowns go down the slopes. Right
That'd be pretty wild. Okay. So that's it for new business. Do we have any any updates from any cities or individuals? Councilman Davis?
Wear your mask and social distance.
Yeah. Councilman Burgess, anything going on in Zephyr Hills?
I just want, the Sarah Vandenberg Tennis Center just secured their first professional tournament for the third week of January, USTA, ITF, and the top prize would be $25,000. So I was going to get with you a little bit afterwards and talk about that too. So,
Yes, sir. Joel and I will be here for your.
I'm going to come out of retirement and play in that. Captain Winnie, anything going on here?
Oh, there's so much going on. It's awesome. Well, as Consuelo said, the spearfishing tournament last weekend will be this weekend. We're really looking forward to that.
Spearfishing tournament?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Not fishing, spearfishing. Okay.
Yeah, we are hoping that to make this a yearly event and also kind of spear more other fishing tournaments from it. So what I did was all the goodie bags that all the fishermen are getting, I put in instructions on Get Back to Adventure, hashtag Florida Sports Coast, Widow Fletcher's song to really go over that.
True.
Screamageddon in Newport Richey at Starkey Park. I guess they've always had some sort of Halloween thing with
Scare Acres.
What was it? Scare Acres. Yeah. Well, I guess the county is not doing that. So a marketing group that I'm in, we've taken that over. And it's called Hubween. It is, because the marketing group is called The Hub. Yeah. So it is a drive-through event only on the 30th, and we are hoping to have thousands and thousands of cars come through, but it will be at Starkey Park. We're still kind of in the making of it, so if y'all have any ideas that you can throw at us, that'd be great. I know that we've gotten with Sarah over at the Angela's house on ideas because they've always done that Christmas light.
If you guys are having another upcoming meeting, Colby and I might be able to attend to throw in some ideas.
That would be great. And then, as we all know, Widow Fletcher's is open. It's great and wonderful. Once the docks are done at Widow Fletcher's, they will be getting in. I think they're doing a new fishing charter company that will be down there. So you'll have Captain Bob, you'll have us, and a new fishing charter company. So we're really excited about that. And Windsong takes possession of Pasco County's first tiki bar boat by the end of the week.
That's where our next meeting is going to be, by the way.
Is that the round deal where you?
No, it's an actual long, proper. I got a picture of it. I'll show you.
Huh.
So, and that's all mine.
Cool. Awesome. Miss Sutton, anything on your neck of the woods?
It's been busy. I don't know where it's coming from, but just there's been so many, as you were referring to, with the meetings and the groups and stuff. We're hoping that does come back. At this moment, it has not. We're still driving on occupancy from the hotel. 106 rooms last night. It's just, it's been a little crazy, even with all the RFPs and the Fed rooms and everything COVID related for RFPs.
That's cool.
Every brand coming in. That's all I've been doing is RFPs.
I can get a group.
One after another.
You know, the county's mask mandate is even though it's an annoyance, it is it's attractive to visitors and it's attractive to planners. And I'm really happy that we have a mask mandate in, because that is going to separate us between another destination that doesn't have that. So that can ultimately lead to increased bookings and increased meetings. So yeah.
Absolutely. And that's everything that I've been answering across every brand, to every third party site, to everything else is what we're doing for COVID guidelines at our hotels to push the occupancy, that we're doing the right thing between Fed rooms and getting those base bookings.
Can I, just to hop on, so, Robert, are you guys hearing the same thing? Okay.
Yeah, we put some information on our website and people are asking about it. Yeah.
Okay. So here's my next question. Are you hearing, so more people are happy that we have it versus I'm not coming to your county because you have it?
I would say so, just because I think the planners really are looking out for people. So I think that it's in their best interest, and ours as well.
Okay.
The trade association is highly recommending it as well, that we keep the mask mandate in place, or destinations have a mask mandate in place for meetings and groups.
And I'll add to that, on our Google Analytics for our webpage, our COVID page will.
Thank you.
All right, I need to get with you after the meeting on something.
Okay.
Not negative. Okay, great. Robert, anything in your neck of the woods? So you have golf tournaments. Right?
We've got golf tournaments. They're going well. Hopefully the rain, helps us a little bit. Other than that, we had one of our players reach the finals of the U.S. Open this weekend.
Oh, really?
Unfortunately, didn't take home the championship, but that's still pretty good. It's the furthest he's ever gone in a tournament that size. Is only 24 or 5, so that's pretty good.
Very nice. Awesome. And who was that?
Alexander Zverev.
Okay, awesome. Congratulations on that. That's awesome. Cool. All right, I don't have anything.
What about online?
Pardon me?
My kid's available, and Mike Bishop as well.
Mike Kidd. I'm sorry. Thank you. Do you have anything, Mike Kidd?
Hey, thanks, Commissioner. Thanks, Board. I just want to publicly thank the DMO and specifically Consuelo for that hockey tournament. That really was, it can't be understated how huge that was for the start of September and for Labor Day weekend. So thanks very much for that. That was amazing.
Excellent. Thank you. I don't see anybody else. I think the rest is the staff and the team, right? I don't see Mike on there. No.
I'm here, but I'm good.
Oh, you're good? Okay.
Yeah.
You're good. You weren't coming up on the thing, and I didn't. There, now I see you. Okay. Excellent. Well, I'm glad.
Good to see everybody.
Yeah. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. With that, we are adjourned. Thanks, everybody. All right.